on the previous episode.
The new lineup offensively, not too many new pieces other than Johnny U, OBJ, and the Joel Bitonio or Joel Bit Onion. But what is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. We got episode 115 of the No Money Spent. This is going to be quite a long episode because we got to go over my team, how I was able to get 98 overall, because it was a very complicated process when it comes to chemistries, strat items. We got to go through my binder because yes, my coins are down. I've been very active and aggressive within the market because I've seen some kind of, I don't know, there's been some really good deals and some market opportunities that I didn't think I was going to be able to have, so that's why my coins are down. And we're going to have some gameplay to end the night that we got from the last night's stream. Of course, I'll be live on Twitch after this, about like, say 6 or 7 p.m. West Coast time for you guys. We'll be talking about the market, week league and stuff. But yeah, let's hop into the team. Johnny Unitas, we re-picked back up. I've been rocking Jalen Hurts the past week. We rebought him for 280k. We need him for the overall. We'll get into the team and everything, why I have to get certain players for that. But Jerry Rice, love this card. I was able to do the set for about 480k, so a little bit saved coins when it comes to the set. Was able to keep my Cedric Wilsons I bought for 45k on Tuesday to be able to do that set for a little bit cheaper. Blake Jarwin tied for the highest tight end overall in the game with Rob Gronkowski since he got his +1. He's 98 overall too. We were able to pick him up for 430k, a little bit slow. And then Christian McCaffrey, yes, Christian McCaffrey and this next player, I did overpay by about 100k, but when I wanted to get these guys in my team early Friday, I had to overpay a little bit, so I picked up CMC for 630k and then DJ Reed for 530. Yes, if you want to buy these guys for your team or as investments, today's the best day. They're about 100k cheaper than what I paid for, but I always like to get these guys early Friday for gameplay and kind of for content, so I always overpay a little bit. Usually they get back up to that price or a little bit above, so I don't lose technically anything on their cards. Sean Springs, yeah, DJ Reed, talk about DJ Reed, we passed over him. I actually really like his cards. Same with Sean Springs. They're a little bit short, 5'9" and 6 foot. But the stats, and I think you can kind of tell what theme team we decided to go with. Randy Gregory, by the way, bought for 704,000 coins. I think Randy Gregory is going to be the best pass rusher in the game, even past Team of the Year, just because the only Team of the Year guy that can kind of live up to those stats is Myles Garrett, but I don't think he's going to have the speed that Randy Gregory has. Logan Ryan, this is a weird card. So powered up at cornerback, he's only 94 overall, even though he's a 98 corner just stock, non-powered up, but then you power him up with the free safety power up and he goes to 99 overall as a free safety, or 98 chemistries to 99. And then of course Luke Kuechly, you guys knew we were going to end up buying him. We got him for 2 million coins early Friday. Had to sit on the block for about 30 minutes trying to snipe him. He actually does play on our team. He's basically filling in that Micah Parsons role on the right outside linebacker, so he rushes the passer and plays some flat routes in defense. He does see the field. Normally my linebackers just don't see the field. Usually only one sees it. It was Micah Parsons. Now it is Luke Kuechly. Yeah, hopping into the offense, we also made some other additions. I don't want to put my entire team into the squad updates. We picked up Franco Harris. You can see we picked up the right tackle, Jackie Slater. We had to overpay for him about 300,000 coins. And then we had to re-pick up Percy Harvin to kind of go into, yes, the Seattle Seahawks 50 out of 50 theme team. And we had Devontae Adams. He was 98 overall. Percy Harvin is 99 overall. For Seattle, he does get 99 speed. And I'll show you, when it comes down, we also pick up Sean Alexander, the new team down for the Seattle Seahawks, ×3 Ken. But you're going to notice with this team, there's a couple players that I actually don't really want in the team, I'd say. I'd rather have Vernon Davis over Blake Jarwin. I'd rather have Devontae Adams over Percy Harvin. And there are a whole hell of a lot of other quarterbacks I would rather have over Johnny Unitas. And this is a little bit why, ability-wise. Since Johnny Unitas, it's not 11 AP for the gunslinger escape artist on a field general, it's 12 AP. And that really limits my offensive ability and creativity because I have to have the backfield mismatch or backfield master on the running back, which only leaves me 1 AP left for my wide receiver, which I normally would run slot apprentice. But slot apprentice being 2 AP on every wide receiver but a slot, I can't run anymore. So I'm a little bit, I'd say, handicapped on offense with Johnny Unitas at quarterback. But this is why, with this 98 overall team, and I don't think there's really going to be anybody else getting up to 98 until Team of the Year, if I put in Jalen Hurts 1 overall less on any player, any position, and I go down to 97, I have the basically bare minimum amount of overalls to get to 98 overall. This took me probably, I'd say, 3.5 hours to actually figure out. Also, I had to figure some stuff out on stream because originally I was running the Seattle defensive playbook and I didn't like it. I needed to switch back to multiple, and that's why we had to switch out Jalen Hurts for Johnny Unitas. But defensively, we have a couple other additions, of course, other than the featured guys. Bobby Wagner, Junior Seau, Kevin Williams, some of those guys. Junior Seau, I did flip out my Devin Hester for Junior Seau to get all chems on him since he's technically tied for the highest at left outside linebacker. Unless you put Kuechly or CJ Mosley there, Brian Arakpo was there at 98 overall. Junior Seau is going to take his place with the Seattle themed team. And then we do have Calvin Johnson lurking at kick returner. He does play over, I like him over Logan Ryan just because of the height situation. And then for the specialist, we do still rock Ted Hendricks as our user. Easily my favorite user in the game. The Javon Curse is kind of chilling at rush left end, but he actually does not play, so I technically have one extra roster spot. I could put back in Devontae Adams if I want, but there's no real point since I can't get... I don't know. I could rock Devontae Adams if I really wanted to, but Javon Curse is kind of filling up that 55th slot on my team. But yeah, that's the team in terms of playbook-wise. I'm still rocking Seattle offense, multiple defense, and this is the big change. This is how I actually got to 99 overall. So if you remember my receivers and my corners, but more importantly my receivers, okay, Jerry Rice and Percy Harvin. I didn't realize this until like the very end of trying to get to 98 overall. Having that second deep route specialist for the +2 speed instead of +1, there's not really a point because Percy Harvin and Jerry Rice already have 99 speed with the Seattle theme team 50/50. So instead of rocking basically the extra +1 speed, I switched to, I had this random wide receiver rare ability that I had just gone from basically free, like gathering up free strategy items over the past month or two since I've gotten all these strategy items I want. And it's since the season 2, it's got like more stat additions at somewhere, like it's got +3 spec catch, +2 agility. Here, I'll show it right now. It's called Breakaway. But either way, my receivers, I think OBJ actually only has 98 speed, but Jerry Rice and Percy still have 99 speed. So they're fine. The speed wasn't getting them to 99 overall. Jerry Rice and Percy Harvin were stuck at 98 overall. But with this strat item, they became 99, which pushed me over the hump to get to 98 overall. But yeah, +2 spec catch, +2 agility, and like +3 and +2 to a bunch of other random stats that really don't affect the card, just the overall. So yeah, that's how we hit 90 overall. It was a pretty complicated process. I'm really hoping we get a legend this weekend that is a 97 overall above. Hopefully it's like a right tackle or a defensive tackle or something that gets me another overall boost to where I can actually go back to Jalen Hurts or to Derrick Henry, because I don't like running Johnny Unitas, if I'm being completely honest. His release is just really slow. But yeah, hopping into the binder, because you're going to notice the 3.6 mil coins. We are way down in coins, but it's not because we've lost coins, right? I promise I did the calculations last night, right before I went to bed, to see how many coins I'd be at even after all those squad additions. And I'll still be at where I pretty much, like, I'm fine on coins. I've just invested a lot. You can see core elite-wise, haven't picked up crazy amounts. Rising stars, we've been kind of trickling and getting Justin Jefferson's, buying for under 60, and then eventually I've been selling some for like 80,000 coins. But the main part of our coins is in training or 92 overall team of the week. So you're going to see, I think I have like over 130, 140, 92 team of the weeks that I did pick up for 45k and under. And we're starting to see finally the process when it comes to them rising in price and become more scarce in the market. You see with Rasul Douglas and pretty much any of the other 92 team of the week cards, there's not that many up on the block. I actually sold Rasul Douglas for 64k today. My plan when it comes to these 92 team of the weeks and training in general, I'm holding more for team of the year. I just think team of the year, well, with the LTD rerolls right now, they're kind of raised the market, and team of the year will really push the training market up even more. So I'm kind of just holding on to those guys. But I do have a bunch of LTD investments that I have made. Randy Gregory picked up 4 for about 700k. Want to get about 915, 925 for each of those. Some Blake Jarwins we picked up for 410, 420, and 430. I want to get 550 for him. Of course, I'm being a little bit more patient with these guys since they're the last team of the LTDs. I think they can hold their price. Blake Jarwin, not the best card, but Randy Gregory is a very meta pass rusher, if I'm being honest. So I think I could be really patient when it comes to selling him off. Logan Ryan, I picked up, I think, 4 or 5 for about anywhere from 650 to 690, and then he's going for about 800k. I want 850 for him. But yeah, you can see for the binder, it's just a whole lot of team of the year investments. It's either team of the year investments or training investments. The other cards like JT and Cooper Kupp, I just picked up because we got that team of the week, I think, solo challenge reward pack, which kind of made team of the week cards just flood onto the market. Same with Redux. Everyone was holding their Redux 92 plus packs. The level pack level 50 for the 95 Reduxes to be added, and they opened them. Reduxes have been flooded on the market, and it's basically just an opportunistic like moment, right? It's like I smell blood in the water when it comes to the Redux market and the team of the week market. I'm going to take advantage. I'm going to go all in. That's what I do. It's how I make coins. I don't really, it's not really luck like in terms of reroll pack odds. I just, when I see a great opportunity to make coins, I go all in because that's what I have to do to make my coins. And then LTD wise, for an update today, DJ Reed, I can't stress enough how much I love this investment. Okay, he's about 400,000 coins. Cornerbacks are typically the best position to invest in because you typically need 4 cornerbacks in your lineup, so you need a lot of corners. Even though DJ Reed is very short, you gotta understand, for the more casual community when it comes to Madden, they're not really gonna be looking at, I guess, speed, or not speed, height, as to more of like comp meta community is not gonna be rocking DJ Reed, but the majority of Madden's gonna look at their speed, their man coverage, their zone coverage, and he's on one of the more popular theme teams in the game, Seattle, like I run. I think it's a great card. And then in terms of bids, like my plan for the next 2 days, it's the same thing, right? We're just team of the year investing, mostly Reduxes and team of the week cards since they're very cheap, and then training whenever I can get it. But yeah, that's really the plan moving forward for the next couple days. Is going to be hedge selling off my team of the weeks, or not my team of the week, team of the year investments. But yeah, that's really the plan for the team, the lineup, the binder. But let's hop in actually to the game. This was a game we played live on stream last game of the night. I was 3-1 in weekend league at the time, trying to get to 4-1. For my 5th game, pretty much like to play 5 games a day. But yeah, we're gonna hop into this gameplay. Sorry, man, I had a little mic issue, so I had to fix that real quick. Didn't want to stop recording this video. Had basically 2 halves. This is a very long video. But yeah, hopping into the gameplay, we were 3-1 at the time in weekend league, trying to get to 4-1. As like I said, like to play 5 games pretty much every day, and then like 8 to 9 in the last day. But coming out on defense, our opponent wanted to run a lot of gun bunch, just like I do. And really, in the second play of the game, he's gonna hit a deep crosser route. I'm gonna miss a tackle. I'm always going for the tackle right away, either the wrap or the hit stick. Spin moves, sends me into the first row of the bleachers, and it's just like that, it's 7-0. And then coming back on offense, Johnny Unitas, I mean, B's wide open. I know it was out of range, kind of like on the run, but you got to expect a 98 overall quarterback. I don't know. Am I being greedy, thinking that Johnny Unitas should be able to make that throw, or am I just kind of being a little unrealistic? He's going to underthrow it, and just like that, we are down 7-0, and our opponent gets the ball. But very early on in his drive, it's actually the second play of the game, 2nd and 10. I'm playing really kind of zone coverage defense, and well, he tries to test Ted Hendricks, and that's the height. I think I want to say 6'8", 6'9". Ted Hendricks basically able to cut off angles, but with his height able to, like I said, cut off angles and get the interception. And just like that, we got the ball back. Nothing. The interception has basically been wiped away. We're going to go to our very simple kind of red zone concept, high-low. We're going to hit the deep in route 10 yards into Odell Beckham Jr. So after all that, 3 minutes into the game, it is 7-7 our opponent. Again, now he has Derrick Henry, so he probably has the advantage when it comes to mobility. His quarterback, we're going to send a little bit of pressure. We're going to maple off the right side. Nothing really getting open. We were playing really good defense actually this entire game when it came to coverage sacks. You're going to notice our interior defensive line was getting a lot of sheds, and coverage sacks combined with, I would say, some of the best defensive linemen in the game were able to get a bunch of coverage sacks. And you're going to see 3rd and 16 now. Derrick Henry, I kind of just lost track of Derrick Henry. I didn't have contains. You could see on my defensive line, that was the one mistake there. And 3rd and 16, he's able to scramble and barely pick up the first down. 2nd and 16 now, like I said, we've just been getting pressure all game. We're getting, like you can see, nothing really open from our opponent. He's kind of a little hesitant to throw the ball after that first interception. And again, our interior defensive line, Kevin Williams, is going to get his first and a half sack in the game. See, I think he had the half sack in the last sack. But yeah, 3rd and 23 now, a whole lot more to like work with in terms of defensive. I played max coverage, and again, nothing open. Luke Kuechly is going to get his sack for us and brings up a 4th down. He's going to punting us the ball. So yeah, pretty much after a very ugly start, it is 7-7, 3 minutes to go. I get the ball to start the second half. Gonna hit a wheel route to the new tight end, or not the new tight end, to the new running back, Christian McCaffrey, part of the All Grit team. But CMC is going to put us up 14-7 with a minute 54 left. Our opponent gets stuck in a tricky situation. 4th and 6. He can't really punt since I can just score, get ball to start the second half, and kind of just eliminate this game. Like, it could be pretty much over. But Derrick Henry's going to roll out, makes a great playmaker, but I guess that's where Derrick Henry is a little bit of a liability. Hits the overthrow. 2nd and 10 now for us. We're looking to put this game away right now. We could have clocked, probably more ran the ball. We're kind of just going through the motions, hitting Percy Harvin on the backside flood route. We go back to one of our great red zone plays, and I think it was more just the angle. If I go and I kind of roll out left, I could throw it over the top of Calvin Johnson, but that's the height with Calvin Johnson, like Ted Hendricks. He's going to rush it back, but Johnny Unitas does make a very clutch tackle to stop him from scoring a touchdown, but to be honest, it doesn't really stop our opponent from scoring a touchdown. He comes down right away, 2nd down and 10, and is able to get the touchdown. Does leave us about 20 seconds left on the clock, 1 timeout, but with 11 seconds left, I'm going to make a little play. Odell Beckham Jr., roll out right, corner route. We're going to get out of bounds so we don't have to use our timeout, and the very next play, I guess he kind of just had a pick between the tight end and the crossing route. Picks the tight end, we throw to the crossing route. Well, Morton Anderson, I forgot to mention this, had to pick up Morton Anderson for the team. Cost 400,000 coins for 95 kick power. That was basically a PAT for him. So we're going up in the half, actually, up 20-17, and we're getting the ball. And, you know, the good really just continues, right? Coming out on offense, I think after our second set, Jerry Rice, I believe, is just going to burn the right corner. It's kind of a weird bump animation on a keep to lead, but we're going to just go right away up by 10 early on, pretty much making it to where if I get another stop the entire game, it's all but over. But the second half, really, unlike the first half, we were kind of making defensive stands. It was kind of like more, I know there's a lot of points scored, but the second half is just anything but that. He's going to come down and bomb us on the PA boot over, and then it's like, we got a kickoff return. It's either fumble or return, and well, Franco Harris is going to get our first little stick there. Cordell Patterson is going to miss the tackle, and Franco Harris, I believe he has, I want to say 94, 93 speed on the team, is able to return it on the little pooch kick. So just like that, we're back up 10. our opponent, Eric Henry, again, kind of just running not really flood concept, verticals concepts, and I had a deep, I want to say a cloud flat on the left. I just kind of assumed he wasn't going to have a deep route on the left side of the field. He's going to hit an absolute nuke. I didn't even see that when I was playing defense. So we're going back and forth, man. The over is getting smashed. And this is where it kind of gets tricky. Christian McCaffrey, 3rd down and 8. We're going to check down, and he's short. 4th and inches. I go to more of a quick height play, flood, and he runs man coverage, only rushing 2, which is the perfect play against the flood concept, and we just have nothing open. We try to make something happen, and it's going to fall incomplete, so it gives our opponent a chance to pretty much clock us out and win the game on a game-winning touchdown, or even just kind of just clock us for a field goal and go to OT. We kind of get stuck 3rd and 14, though, in man coverage. He's going to throw, and I thought I was going to get the incompletion. I think it was Sean. Oh, no, that was DJ Reed. Fortunately, he's able to make the catch. Get his feet in bounds, extend the drive. 36 seconds left, 2nd to goal. Our opponent, he started just really the entire drive, and we're actually going to force a fumble. Not able to recover, but he's going to start to chew clock. He's going to start to take a timeout. 30 seconds left, 3rd and goal. But again, I have no timeout, so if he doesn't get it, and this was actually a very, very smart play watching back because he had nothing open, and if he just throws the ball away incomplete, it gives me a chance to actually score on my ensuing drive. He's going to take the sack and let the clock wind down to 1 second. He's just going to take his 3, head to OT, and well, as a Chiefs fan, right, 2018 AFC Championship, I'm going to know how much, or about how important, you guys probably know, Madden 22, how good offensive gameplay is, how easy it is to score. The coin toss, like, matters, man. If you receive, it's probably I'd say like 90% chance. With the way this game has been going, we've had no turnovers in the second half except for our, I guess you would say, turnover on downs. We are going to receive the kick. We win the coin toss, the no money spent, pay to win. Man City of Mutt team is going to get lucky yet again, and we get to receive to start OT. So a touchdown wins the game. In our first play, we go PA boot over. We hadn't shown this all entire game. And if I'm being honest, I should have got lurked. That should have been the game. But that is deep out elite on Odell Beckham Jr. He's able to make the catch, really bail us out. We're able to drive down pretty easily. A couple QB scrambles, I'd say, with Johnny Unitas. 1st and 10. And if you remember this, we've been running this play pretty much the entire game in the red zone. We had thrown a pick on it earlier. And Johnny Unitas, I thought I had a step, man. I really did. I thought I had a step, but Troy Polamalu is actually going to make the interception, just like Pat. Backs against the wall, you would say. Backs against the wall. Derrick Henry's going to roll out 1st and 10, and he's being very, very, very conservative. He cannot turn the ball over because that's all but the game. But 1st and 10, needing about 10 yards to get in field goal range. LeGarrette Blount is going to run, and if I'm being honest, I think he's in field goal range right now at the 41 yards. 2nd and 2, I'm going to make a judgment call to run commit, and we're able to get him for a loss of about 2 or 3. Brings up at 3rd and 6, where he actually does have to get a couple yards to get in field goal range, which is huge. And we're gonna slow it down a little bit. Actually, no, I'm not gonna slow down this play. 3rd and 4. I mean, I'm not setting too much pressure. I'm setting a little bit of pressure, getting a little aggressive defensively, really aggressive, actually. If he has a deep route to the left, it is wide open. He's going to go with some short routes, and we're able to make a coverage sack. Get Derrick Henry on the ground, brings up a 4th down and 14. This is the game. If we get a stop, I'd say I can get 10 yards for a field goal. Even I can kick a field goal with Morgan Anderson, but we're going to freeze the frame, okay? This is the defense I'm running. Pretty much a maple on the left side. That my purples, you got to understand, are playing hard flats. He's in a 5-yard purple. I've circled Isaiah Simmons. I want you guys to watch Isaiah Simmons. He is in a 5-yard flat on the right. Well, you're going to see the play. Derrick Henry, we're going to snap the ball, and my responsibility is more just the middle of the field. I have the right side covered. Deep right is open, but if he makes that play, I'm actually going to tail off the crossing route, go to the left wheel route, and well, Isaiah Simmons, if you've been following this entire time, who the hell knows what went into his brain? A hard flat there is going to lurk the middle of the field. Yeah, and we're going to drill out there, and that is going to be the game. Isaiah Simmons is going to win it for us. Don't know what the coding was within the hard flat there, the 5-yard curl flat, but hey, he's going to play the middle of the field. User CPU lurk, the 10-yard in route, which would have been wide open, would have sealed the game. But yeah, that is going to be all for the game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Very, very long episode, a lot of squad updates, gameplay, binder updates, and everything. It's going to be the only video today. I am going to be streaming again later tonight about 7 o'clock p.m. West Coast time on Twitch at iJoeBroom. Make sure you guys tune in. We'll talk about the market, TOTW Investments, and then we'll finish it off with some weekend league as we always do. But yeah, that's going to be all for the video. Until next time, comment, like, subscribe. Link to Discord is in the description. Until next time, peace.